How we doing, folks? It's Joe Value here on Stevens' night. Many's the year I'll be falling around the pub now talking shite after the races, but I'm here now trying to put out a few winners for my loyal followers. Frustrating day today, has to be said. Last Royal seemed to be coming into contention quite nicely, just tipped up at the third last. Jumped the hurdle fine, just over jumped and came down. That left the way clear for the winner, Gentleman at Arms, who, in fairness, give it its due, won very nicely, I thought, and it would have been a good battle between the two of them. And then after that, Mr. Coffee, I thought far and away the best horse in the race. He's just lost too much ground jumping out to his left. Not really sure why he done that. He never really done anything like that before, but as a good judge was saying to me, that can happen in Kempton, it's a bit like Ascot. If a horse has a little bit of a tendency to jump out, it can be really shows up at the likes of Kempton and Ascot. But definitely back maybe on a left-handed track in similar type race over 2.5 miles, something like Newbury or that. You'd reckon he'd be pretty much banking material off the type of mark that he's on. And our last selection in Fontwell tried to bring the second fence home with him, and therefore, we were facing an uphill task. We got the value all right. It was as big as 5-1, 11-2, and I think he ended up a 2-1 shot or something like that. But didn't perform after that bad early mistake. But hopefully, a couple of horses tomorrow will perform, get the job done. And we start off in Ireland, in Limerick, in 1255, a horse by the name of Farceur Du Large. I know this horse really, really well. I followed him throughout his career. He was meant to be a right good horse, even back in his bumper days. And he did show a lot, but even, I'd say, throughout his hurdling days, he was still a bit of a shell of a horse. He's a real big, kind of lanky grey, and a big raw horse, so he was. And we were in Fairyhouse a couple of weeks ago, and I saw this lad running, and he was out in front pinging fences, and I said, Jesus Christ, if we kind of got here a bit earlier, I might have stuck a few quid each way on this lad. And we faded late on to be finished fourth, but that was a very good race, and considering what he's up against tomorrow, I think stepping back down into around 2 mile 2 around Limerick suiting perfectly. The ground's going to be on the soft side, obviously. That's no bother to him. And them fences down the back straight, you have 5 in line there. Really, there's a big asset on jumping, and I think this that'll really flourish. Brian Cooper's riding. He's riding over his skin at the moment, and Noel Mead's horses are flying too, aren't they? He won the bumper there. A few winners. I think he may have had 3 winners today, actually. So I think I would be disappointed if this Farceur Du Large doesn't win. He's 9-4. Don't know whether he'll go in or out. He's not the type of horse I don't think that to be a big plunge for, because he has let down supporters before. But if he doesn't win tomorrow now, you'd have to say, well, I'd be giving him the swerve from now on. But definitely tomorrow I'm going to put him down there as a 2-point win. Moving on to the 325 at Chepstow horse. Not a very good horse, young horse, who I think fences will definitely make a man of him. Imperial Alcazar. I seen him last time at Newbury, and for my money, I thought he needed the run. He looked all over the winner turning in, but I was following the exchanges at the same time. I was watching the race, and there was still some people thought this lad might get a bit tired late on, and that's the way it turned out. He was picked up by a good mare, Silver Forever, who has since gone on and won again. So there's nothing wrong with the form. And at 9-4 as well, I reckon he's well worth a 2-point win. That's a 325 at Chepstow. He went off 6-1 favourite to win a race in Cheltenham Festival last year. So that'll give you some sort of an idea as to what the connections think of him. And I think he's a massive chance there tomorrow. As I said, Paddy Brennan's riding him, and he should come on a ton for his run at Newbury, and he should take all the beating there. The 325 at Chepstow. Imperial Alcazar 9-4. And then a big outsider for you, horse that I've been watching closely, and I think there's a big run in him, providing the ground doesn't get too bad tomorrow at Kempton in the 340. I really like this Rowland Ward. He's around a 20-1 shot, and I think he's worth a point each way. I watched him in Chepstow on his first run of the year, one of his first run of the year, and it was kind of it was hard to pick it up if you even watch him back on the replay, but just as the camera kind of shifts, you can just let it got knocked sideways, and nobody picked up on it, like which is good for us obviously, because it's he's a type of horse that I think would be suited by a big field, and he is well enough handicapped. As I said, that run at Chepstow when he was third, that was misleading. Like if he was a bit unlucky that, then not saying he would have won, but he definitely would have been a good bit closer. And I just feel that tomorrow this race could sit up well from. There's some bookmakers going first 4, first 5 places, and I'm definitely backing them each way. There are 20-1. I think he might have a squeak. Don't want the ground getting too soft for him, but the flat track will definitely suit. And hopefully, after a patient ride, he can come in there into contention with a chance turning in, and it's up to him after that, then, isn't it? So there's 3 for tomorrow. Hopefully, a bit better luck than today. Today was frustrating. I thought it was definitely on the right horse in 2 of my 3 selections, but you don't get paid. You only get paid if they win, So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's Joe Value for Cold Bear Sports. Hope you're having a good Christmas, and bet safe wherever you do. Mind yourselves, and I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Joe Value for Cold Bear Sports.